Well, students, we are back. As I mentioned in the last video, today we are going to go through the discussion questions. But first, remember the speaking skills that I talked about in the last video. Do you still remember? Yes, it's very important, yeah, to improve your speaking skills. I hope you really can improve your speaking skills. Yeah, sometimes like students, they come and ask me, teacher, how to improve my speaking skills? I want to speak good English. Yeah, but then when I give them suggestions, yeah, it's not easy for them to follow every day. They might do it for like a short time, and then they have to be reminded. I mean, I think I should remind them again. Yeah. So keep it in mind. If there are certain methods, don't do it just once or twice. You have to do it many times, right? Like summarizing the article, you try it first, or you can try it the second time to give you an idea. Like this article, right? The first time you try to summarize it in, let's say, 3 minutes. So this is one way to practice your speaking skills. One more time. 3 minutes, you try to summarize this article, okay? All right, this is the first time. And then in the second time, yeah, you try to summarize the same article in 2 minutes. See, this is how you improve your fluency. Yeah. Whatever you said it in 3 minutes, when you practice for the second time, you try to say it in just 2 minutes. Yeah. And if you want to try more, you know what I'm going to say, right? 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and then yes, you are right, just in 1 minute. Try to speak faster. Try to say whatever you said in 3 minutes, try to say it in just 1 minute. And again, you can practice speaking like this, not just this news article. Yeah, whatever you read, you can practice this way. Not just about, again, just reading. Whatever you listen. Yeah, let's say you listen to a speech for 3 minutes, and try to summarize the same speech in 2 minutes. Try to summarize the speech in 1 minute. Yeah. Speaking fluency can be improved this way for sure. I'm talking about this because we learned vocabulary, right? Number one is vocabulary. We learned a lot of words, yes. And number two, we had some pre-reading questions to know the prior knowledge, the background knowledge, whatever we have about the topic, right? So vocabulary, background knowledge, and then we read the article, yes. We went through the keywords, we learned the keywords, we understood what does this article talk about, English village, Korea, what kind of village is it, explanations, yeah. Why they have to have English village, the reasons, yeah. The status symbol, right? It's all in the article, right? So step 1, step 2, step 3, and then step 4 is speaking skills, yeah. Discussion questions. We also, yeah. Meanwhile, we also had the detailed questions. You answer the detailed questions so that you know what is given in the article. So the last part is the speaking discussion questions, right? So based on the news article, yeah. Even I would like to ask you, yeah, what kind of discussion questions we can have. Yeah. Do you have any questions? Yeah. Do you want to ask any questions based on the news article that we just read? I'm thinking, if you have a question, yeah, type that question so that everybody can see, not just me, even your classmates can see your questions, and if they can answer your question, that would be even great. We can have a discussion, because we have this online platform. Your question can lead to different kind of discussions as well. Okay. So anyway, yeah, about speaking skills, of course, asking questions is part of speaking as well. Yeah. If you don't ask questions, you cannot keep the conversation going. Okay. All right. I say a lot about speaking skills because I want you to speak up. Okay. And I also want you to improve your speaking skills. You should. All right. So this news article, the discussion questions, I have a couple of discussion questions. I also asked you, you can come up with some discussion questions as well. So, but here we go. What kind of questions I have? Let me see. And you can also compare the questions that I'm going to show you and the questions you thought about. Yeah. Try to think of some questions. I'm not sure whether I should spend some time on this one. So let me give you a few seconds. Yeah, think of some questions about this article. Okay, are you ready? Did you write it down quickly? Yeah, number 1, number 2, number 3. You can also pause this video, stop, pause, write the questions down, and later on you can look at the questions that are going to follow. Okay, here we go. These are a couple of questions that I would like to ask you, and I want you to answer these questions. Okay, so here we go. Question number 1. Yeah, these are post-reading questions. Okay, I think you should know. In your opinion, will English remain most important global language? See, this is an opinion question, a discussion question. Yeah, I would like to hear your ideas. I would like to hear your views. Do you think English is going to be a global language, yeah, for a long, long time? Or do you think some other language will take over? How about Chinese? Chinese is spoken by, more than a billion, right? Yeah, billion people in the world, right? And how about the other languages? Is there any other language that is quite popular, like Spanish? Yeah. In America, a lot of people speak Spanish. Yeah, Spanish is just like a second language. Yeah, right now in America. Yeah, French. Yeah. Many countries speak French. Yeah, French colonized some countries in Africa, and those countries they speak French. Yeah. So, what are the languages? What do you think? Yeah, English. It's all going to be just English. And again, it's a good question because you ask yourself too. So, if you think English is going to be it's right now is the global language, but the key word is, will English remain the most important global language? If you think this will remain as a global language, what you have to do? Yes, you have to improve your English. You have to have good English, the command over the language. Yeah. All right, this is one. What I want you to do is I want you to answer these questions. Okay. At least make some sentences. Let's say, how about 50 words? 50 words answer. Type. I'm also going to give you options. I will talk about this in class as well. Yeah, I'll give you 2 options. One is you can write it down. You can write the answers. Number 2 is you can answer. You can answer the question and you record your answer, and then we upload the audio file. Okay, and I listen to your audio file and give you some feedbacks. Feedbacks on your views, feedback on your English ability as well. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2. Reread the description of the English village. So you have to reread it, English village, right? Would you like to study there? I think I asked you this question before, right? Do you want to join this village? Do you want to live in this village? Why or why not? And the last question is this: what is the most effective way of learning a language? Not just English. You can also talk about other languages. If you're learning another language, yeah, talk about it. What are the most effective ways? Even this class, News English and Culture, part of it is also learning the language, right? Yeah. So what are the most effective ways? So these are the discussion questions. I would like to hear different views, and because students have different ideas of how to learn a language, and after I go through it, after I read your views and opinions, or after you listen to your views, I will also give you some feedbacks and comments on the effective ways of learning English. Okay? All right, yeah, so we stop here for now and see you in the next video. Thank you.